What's in my bag? Artist edition. This is actually my second time recording this. I did it the first time and forgot to turn the microphone on. So it's okay though. I'm not gonna let that stop us. I'm still excited to do it. First things first, I have a sketchbook here. There's not much going on in this sketchbook. It's fairly empty, if I'm being honest. It's kind of a newer one, but it's the perfect size. It's the only sketchbook I have that's this size, so it's perfect to fit in my bag. I never used to walk around with a sketchbook in my bag or just like with me on my person. It's actually been helping me a lot to just kind of whenever I have time be like really intentional and sit down and just sketch a little bit and just kind of, I don't know, sketch something like quickly or give myself a time frame and just kind of sketch something out. It really helps me kind of take a step back and not really focus too much on what the outcome of it will be, but just like kind of enjoying the process of it all. I have a little notebook, like journal kind of thing. This is also still pretty new, so quite empty, but I like to just have it with me in case I ever need to quickly jot down an idea. Sometimes ideas come to me at the most random moment, so I think it's nice to have something to just quickly jot it down. If I'm being honest though, most of the time, just for time's sake, I usually will just pull out my phone and quickly type something on the notes app. But if I have a bit more time available, or if I really feel like I really got to write that down, then I will use this cute little book here that I started reading this maybe a month, maybe even two ago, and still working on it. When I was younger, I used to be able to fly through books like 2, 3 days, but as an adult, that's been a bit harder to put aside time to like finish a book, especially these days. I have these in my bag today. I do not normally walk around with these. It's just two different bottles of varnish. I was doing something very specific today, so I needed to bring these along so I could try them out. I've never used them before, so I had them in my bag. But I do not typically walk around with just varnish bottles in my bag. I got a pair of over-the-ear headphones. These are my favorite ones. I never go anywhere without headphones. I'm always listening to music. I always got headphones in my ear, and I'm always dancing around. Like if you know me and I'm comfortable around you, then I'm always doing a little dance or just bursting out with some random song lyrics. Those are very important. Got a collection of pencils and pens here, for whenever I want to randomly write things down or sketch, and a little eraser, also a pencil sharpener. Got some lip balm because that's also important. Maybe I need a little bit right now, actually. Okay. This is probably the longest I've held on to a lip balm. I usually lose them by the week. I don't know what that's about, but I can never hold on to a lip balm to save my life. But yeah, this one's been really good. It's a good one. Got a little tiger's eye grounding crystal because it's always important. Keep yourself grounded. Another pair of headphones, of course. Gotta have variety. And also, if one dies, then I have another pair. For me, it's an essential to have at minimum 2 pairs of headphones. Also, then I have the choice. Like, even if one is not dead, I can choose between if I want in the ear headphones versus over the ear. But I do really like the over the ear ones lately. I don't know, there's something like comforting about them. And maybe even nostalgic. Just having those kind of like old school headphones is nice. Got some gum. You should always just have gum. Not really much to say about that. And I have a second phone because I'm Kevin Gates, obviously. I got 2 phones. No, this is just an old iPhone 8 that I had, and it's actually been really nice to have because now that I've been recording a bit more of the things that I create, it was getting a bit difficult to have just one phone and I'm recording with it and then needing to stop because then I need to look at the reference picture again. I ended up finding this old phone that I still had and just ended up turning it back on so that I can not have to stress about needing to see the reference picture still. So now it's a lot easier for me to just record with one and use the other one to be able to look at the picture in which I'm working on. So it's actually been very beneficial to have 2 phones. The rest is honestly just loose change. So yeah, that was all. That's all that I have. Those are the things that I carry around with me on a daily basis outside of the varnish bottles. yeah, that's what the inside of my bag looks like as an artist.